Have you ever wondered why some people seem more joyful as they age, while others feel burdened by life's weight? The answer might surprise you. True happiness after 65 often comes not from doing more, but from letting go. In this video, we'll explore 6 things it's actually wise to be lazier about in your senior years. From relationships to regrets, backed by elderly wisdom, these mindset shifts can bring you more peace, freedom, and emotional balance than any new habit. Stick around to the end. Tip 6 is a gentle reminder that could change how you live each day. Let's dive in and learn to age joyfully with less stress and more serenity. Thing 1, the lazier you are at worrying about others' opinions, the happier you are. As the years go by, you begin to realize that most of the worries you had about what others thought of you were never worth the stress. When you were younger, you may have spent time and energy trying to meet expectations, gain approval, or avoid judgment. But as you age, you start to see that people are too busy thinking about their own lives to scrutinize yours. The more effort you put into pleasing others, the more exhausted you become. On the other hand, the moment you let go of this burden and become lazy about worrying, you find a sense of peace you never had before. Think about it. Have you ever seen an older person who just lives the way they want, without concern for trends, status, or gossip? They dress comfortably, say what's on their mind, and make decisions based on what makes them happy, not on what others will think. And the best part? They don't carry the weight of unnecessary expectations. That's the freedom that comes with age. And the sooner you embrace it, the more joy you'll have. Of course, this doesn't mean being inconsiderate or disregarding the feelings of loved ones. It simply means recognizing that constantly trying to meet others' expectations is a never-ending cycle that drains your energy. Imagine being free from that, just enjoying your days without second-guessing every choice because of what someone else might say. That's where true happiness begins. Thing 2, the lazier you are at forcing relationships, the happier you are. In your younger years, you might have believed that maintaining relationships, whether friendships, family connections, or romantic ties, constant effort, even if they brought more stress than joy. You reached out, tried to fix things, and held on, even when you sensed that the relationship had already run its course. But as time passes, you start to see things differently. The more you force relationships that aren't meant to last, the more drained you become. When you let go of this need to keep everyone in your life, something remarkable happens. You start valuing the people who naturally remain. Instead of spending energy on those who take you for granted or bring negativity, you begin to appreciate those who show up effortlessly. You stop chasing people who don't reciprocate your efforts, and in doing so, you give space for genuine connections to thrive. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some of the most peaceful people in old age aren't the ones surrounded by the most people, but the ones surrounded by the right people? They're not wasting time on surface-level friendships or one-sided efforts. Instead, they're enjoying the company of those who truly care. And when you stop overextending yourself just to keep certain relationships afloat, you realize how much lighter life feels. This doesn't mean shutting people out or avoiding relationships altogether. It simply means recognizing that not all connections are meant to last forever. And that's okay. The right people will stay, and you won't have to exhaust yourself proving your worth to them. The moment you become lazy about forcing relationships is the moment you make room for the ones that actually bring happiness. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Thing 3, the lazier you are at trying to change others, the happier you are. For most of your life, you might have felt responsible for guiding people in the right direction, offering advice, correcting mistakes, or trying to get others to see things from your perspective. Maybe you wanted your kids to make better choices, your friends to see reason, or even your spouse to change certain habits. But here's a hard truth that only becomes clear with age. People don't change unless they want to. The more you push, the more resistance you face. And in the end, all that effort does is leave you feeling exhausted. At some point, you realize that trying to change others is like shouting into the wind. It takes energy, but it doesn't get you anywhere. You can give advice, offer support, and share your perspective. But if someone isn't ready to change, they simply won't. And once you accept this, life gets easier. You begin to focus on what you can control, your own choices, your own reactions, and your own peace of mind. Think about the people in your life who have frustrated you the most. Maybe you tried to convince them to take better care of their health, be more responsible, or handle things differently. And maybe, despite all your efforts, nothing changed. You no longer feel frustrated over things that aren't yours to fix. The happiest people in old age are the ones who understand this simple fact. Everyone is on their own journey. You can't force wisdom onto someone. You can't speed up their lessons. You can only lead by example and allow people to come to their own realizations in their own time. The moment you stop trying to change others is the moment you reclaim your own happiness. Thing 4, the lazier you are at holding on to regrets, the happier you are. Regrets can weigh heavily, especially as you age, but dwelling on past mistakes or missed opportunities drains your joy. The less effort you put into replaying what-ifs, the freer you become. Take 72-year-old Clara, who spent years regretting career choices until she chose to focus on present joys like gardening. Letting go brought peace. Practice releasing regrets by reflecting briefly, then redirecting energy to what fulfills you now. Ask, am I living for today or stuck in yesterday? If you're still watching, comment number 6 below. Subscribe and hit the bell for more insights. Let's move forward. Thing 5, the lazier you are at chasing after people who don't value you, the happier you are. There comes a time in life when you realize that not everyone is meant to stay. Friendships fade, relationships shift, and family members grow distant. Maybe you spent years being the one who always reached out, the one who always made the plans, or the one who tried to hold everything together. But as time passes, you start to see someone just to keep them in your life. They were never truly there to begin with. In younger years, we often believe that effort alone can hold relationships together. We assume that if we just try harder, call more, visit more, give more, people will reciprocate. But experience teaches otherwise. The people who genuinely care about you will make an effort on their own. They will call, they will check in, and they will show up without needing to be reminded. The ones who don't, well, they were already slipping away long before you noticed. When you stop chasing, you gain something invaluable. Peace. No longer are you tied to one-sided relationships that drain you. No longer do you carry the weight of wondering why someone doesn't make time for you. Instead, you invest your energy where it truly matters. With the people who choose to be in your life without being pushed, some people will always prioritize themselves, some will only remember you when they need something, and some will take your kindness for granted. But when you stop chasing, something beautiful happens. The right people stay. The ones who value you, respect you, and genuinely enjoy your company will always be there. And the ones who drift away, they were never yours to hold on to in the first place. Thing 6, the lazier you are at trying to control everything, the happier you are. There's a certain freedom that comes with realizing that not everything is yours to fix, manage, or worry about. When you're younger, you might have spent years trying to control every little detail, your career, your relationships, even how other people saw you. But as the years pass, you start to see that no matter how much effort you put in, some things will always be beyond your control. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, the less you try to control, the happier you become. Think about how much time and energy is wasted on trying to control outcomes that were never in your hands to begin with. You plan every detail of an event, only for things to go off course. You try to make a loved one see things your way, only to realize they have their own mind and perspective. You stress over what might happen in the future, only to realize that worrying never actually changed anything. The truth is, control is an illusion, and the sooner you accept that, the lighter life feels. One of the biggest lessons in aging well is learning how to let go. Letting go of expectations, letting go of past regrets, letting go of the idea that you are responsible for making everything perfect. Because the truth is, perfection doesn't exist, and the more you try to force life to fit a certain shape, the more frustration you create for yourself. It's no coincidence that some of the happiest older people you meet are also the most relaxed. They've learned to take life as it comes, rather than constantly trying to fight against it. They don't waste energy on things they can't change, and they don't allow small inconveniences to ruin their day. They understand that true happiness isn't found in controlling life. It's found in embracing it. When you stop trying to control everything, you finally get to experience the joy of simply living. You start to appreciate the present moment instead of always thinking about what's next. You stop getting upset over things that don't go your way and start finding peace in knowing that everything unfolds exactly as it's meant to. And the best part? You finally get to breathe. So here's the truth. Being lazier in the right areas isn't weakness, it's wisdom. When you let go of worrying, controlling, chasing, or overthinking, you make room for peace, energy, and deeper joy in your golden years. These 6 elderly wisdom tips aren't about giving up. They're about choosing what truly matters. Which one spoke to your heart today? Tell us in the comments. Your journey might help someone else find clarity. Like this video if it resonated, subscribe for more senior life insights, and share it with someone who deserves more ease and peace. Until next time, breathe deeply, live gently, and never forget, sometimes slowing down is the smartest move forward.